afternoon and welcome to Thrumhall, Halifax. Saints first out on the pitch, coming out from under the main stand. The dressing room split here at Thrumhall now from this season. Just waiting for the Halifax team to come out. Saints with a few injury problems, the last game of the season in the Stones Bitter League Championship. Paul Loughlin out injured, damaged an ankle at home, and Paul Farber, he's got a badly bruised shoulder. He's been rested for today. And Bernard Dwyer, he's back on the road to recovery. He has had an ankle injury, but he's recovering now, and hopefully he'll be in the team for Wembley. The Halifax team just taking the pitch now from the Thrumhall end. The Saints team for today: number 1, Gary Connolly; 2, Alan Hunt; 3, Mark Bailey; 4, David Tanner; 5, Les Quirk; 6, Neil Holding; 7, Darren Bluer; 8, Tony Burke; 9, Paul Groves; 10, John Harrison; 11, John Fieldhouse; 12, Roy Haggerty; 13, Shane Cooper. Substitutes for Saints: 14, Phil Beavers; and 15, Paul Jones. The Halifax outfit there just applauding the crowd for the support this season, but unfortunately Halifax, they're down to the second division next season with Oldham and Hull KR. Oldham coming up from the second division last season and relegated straight away. But the Halifax team for today: number 1, Steve Smith; 2, Scott Wilson; 3, Robert Hutchinson; 4, Colin Whitfield; 5, Eddie Riddlesden; 6, Tony Anderson; 7, John Lyon; 8, Roy Dickinson; 9, Seamus McCallion; 10, Brendan Hill; 11, Richard Furbank; 12, Peter Bell; 13, Les Holliday; with 14, Simon Longstaff; and 15, Jason Ramshaw. So the Halifax team going round the outside, round the ground, applauding the crowd. It's the last match of the season here at Thrumhall for the Halifax outfit. They played 25, only managed to win 5 before today. Drawn 1, lost 19, 295 points for, 527 against. They've 11 points in the Stones Bitter League, and they're in 14th and bottom position at present. The Saints, they've played 25, won 12, drawn 1, lost 12, 505 points for, 489 against, 25 points in total, and they're in 6th position. Well, a minute's silence there. A sad day for sport yesterday at Hillsborough, Sheffield, not too far from this Halifax ground, with the tragedy at the Liverpool-Nottingham Forest football match. And a minute's silence, players and officials on the pitch there. And in true tradition at rugby league matches, you can always expect a full minute's silence, and all the crowd and officials respect that. Not a peep out of the crowd during that minute's silence. But it's Halifax to kick off, playing up to the Thrumhall end in this first half. Pleasant day here at Thrumhall. Sun just coming out this morning, hiding behind the clouds now, but a fine game in prospect. Saints need points in the Stones Bitter League Championship. They can't go any higher than 6th, but Featherstone on equal points, and Featherstone entertain Warrington today. David Tanner up to the Saints 25. 2 makeshift centres for the Saints today, with injuries to Paul Loughlin and Phil Beavers. It's Paul Groves at dummy half on his own 25. The ball back to Holding. Kicks upfield. Scott Wilson together. Halifax in possession. In their own 25, it's the full back there, Steve Smith. I think that's John Lyon at dummy half, yes, the scrum half for Halifax, John Lyon. Big John Harrison in there at the tackle, Seamus McCallion at dummy half. Supposedly the only Irishman playing rugby league at present. Scored a try in Halifax's 19 points to 18 defeat of the Saints at Wembley 2 years ago. And McCallion again for Halifax. Saints moving up very quickly. Groves moves up, but Halifax chip through. Well, all on, I think. The ball bouncing, well, a knock-on being ruled. It did touch a Saints player there and went touched another couple of players, but the referee Haig there, he's unmoved. He rules the scrum down 10 yards inside the Saints half. Darren Blue is in possession of the ball, so judging that a Halifax player had knocked on. It's Brendan Hill on this side, no number on the back of his shirt, but Saints come up with the ball. Mark Bailey breaking away from the base of the scrum. David Tanner, but the tackle looking a little high there from Robert Hutchinson. Shane Cooper, Saints captain, Fieldhouse releases it. Groves tidies up, comes blindside, still going Paul Groves. Loose forward Les Holliday comes in and completes the tackle. Halifax urged to get onside there by referee Haig as Saints spreads across the line. Neil Holding trying to create a gap, no way through for him. And it's Tony Anderson that brings him to ground. Holding plays it to himself, no marker. Only gains another 5 yards. Sixth and final tackle now for the Saints. Shane Cooper at dummy half. On to Darren Blewer. Kicks it through, but it hits second row forward Peter Bell. Bounces infield and then into touch, virtually on the halfway line. So that's a scrum down with a Saints feed. Darren Blewer on the sixth tackle, but it hit the second row man and straight into bounce into touch after bouncing in field. Well, the ball right through the tunnel, play allowed to go on, Halifax in possession, so one against the head for Halifax. Neil Holding and Gary Connolly come in and make the tackle. Colin Whitfield on a breakthrough. Gary Connolly came in for the tackle and Whitfield passed inside and David Tanner got hold of that ball. So it's Saints back in possession, but Halifax breaking through very quickly there. Could have proved costly for the Saints, but it's early in the game yet, just 3.5 minutes gone. No score at present. John Harrison coming from deep, well, enthusiastic tackling there again. I think it's Roy Dickinson being spoken to this time. Roy Dickinson, Seamus McCallion and Robert Hutchinson. So that's the first penalty of the game, and it's gone Saints' way. Big John Harrison there, he's 6'7" tall, and he's took it out there with that triple tackle. Being treated there by Saints physio Tim Deakin. Just getting to his feet now is Big John Harrison. Came from the Parkside Amateur Club. Worked his way into the Saints first team after some sterling performances in the A-team. Groves on to Les Quirk. Paul Groves again, attacked it half-back. Tony Burke taking up the running. 10 yards inside the Halifax half. Darren Blewer, Neil Holding, back to Blewer. John Fieldhouse coming through, just losing his footing. Solid tackling from Halifax. Containing the Saints. Roy Haggerty there. Oh, powerhouse forward for the Saints. Been a constant call in the opposition side in the last 4 or 5 games. Been Saints' most consistent forward. He's taking a knock in the tackle. Big John Harrison there, back in the action. Looking for support. He gets it off Gary Connolly. Saints moving to the left. Connolly going for the corner. Quirk on the inside. The ball's touched by the Halifax man. It's all on. Les Quirk, but the ball's loose again. Quirk gathers it, but a knock-on being ruled. Very unlucky there. Gary Connolly gave the dummy, went into the corner. Les Quirk came in field, but a knock-on ruled. A scrum down going to be formed for about 10 yards from the Halifax line. Halifax feed. John Lyon got to feed this scrum, but Saints there, they could have easily capitalised on that. Just couldn't finish off. Halifax spreading it quickly after winning that scrum across the line. Right on their own goal line. Looks like Colin Whitfield from the acting half-back position, trying to break through the Saints cover defence. Unable to do so this side, but the far side touch judges on. Obviously seen something in the tackle. Referee Haig right on the job there. He didn't see anything, but Paul Groves being brought out and spoken to. So Halifax are awarded the penalty. John Lyon, the scrum half for Halifax, I think that is with the ball in his possession, is it? No, Scott Worth. No, the full-back it is, Steve Smith. A few blonde-haired lads in this Halifax team, just getting me mixed up at present, but no mistake in that fella, Eddie Riddlesden. He's coming into, just moving into the Saints half. McCallion attacking half-back onto Roy Dickinson. Fieldhouse quickly in there with Roy Haggerty at the tackle. Tony Burke also as well. McCallion attacking half-back onto Holiday. Turns it inside. Looks like big Brendan Hill. Supposedly signed by the Saints, with Tony Burke going to Bradford. But the deal fell through, and Burke still at Saints, I'm glad to say. And Brendan Hill ended up coming to Halifax. So Halifax gradually moving upfield. Quick breakaway by John Lyon from the acting half-back. But Saints are penalised on the far side. It's Mark Bailey and Alan Hunt on the far side, penalised for moving up into an offside position. Steve Smith with the extra yardage to touch. 20 yards from the Saints line now, and Halifax pressing. Brendan Hill, powerful prop. Still powering his way forward, just brought down inches short of the Saints line. Brendan Hill tipped by Alex Murphy for tour honours, but he didn't make the tour team. But it's Halifax still in possession, spreading it quickly. Saints will have to move in and close them down. They'll have to be smother tackle these men, one round the legs and one round the top to stop them spreading it. But a lofted ball now, taken by Whitfield. He's heading for the corner. He's in at the corner, it's Colin Whitfield. A lofted pass from the Saints there, and from Halifax there. Beating the Saints defence. They spread it out quickly, and that lofted pass onto Colin Whitfield. He was into space, and he run into the far side corner here and touches down. So Halifax opened the scoring. Just 9 minutes play gone, and Whitfield going in at the corner for the Halifax opening score. Well, Whitfield is a prolific goal scorer in his own right, but Steve Smith being entrusted with the goal-kicking duties this afternoon. I do believe Colin Whitfield has knee trouble. Didn't look as though he had knee trouble there when he was scooting through in the corner, did he? But my good friend here from Halifax, Jeff Muxlow, just tells me that he's got knee trouble. But it's Steve Smith with the conversion attempt. Just inside the 25 and about 5 yards in. Is it curling in? It looks a good effort, but short. So 4 points to 0 the score in Halifax favour. Well, Widnes and Wigan battling it out today for the league championship title. If Saints could have done the stuff, it was a tremendous game at Central Park though last Wednesday, but if Saints could have done the stuff, Widnes would have been league champions. But it's all on today's match. 16,000 capacity crowd at Norton Park, and that should be some tremendous game. As I say, Saints went down by 14 points to 7, but Saints forced to make an early substitution. Paul Jones coming on, and Tony Burke receiving treatment on the touchline. Saints kick off, Halifax in possession. Second row forward there, Richard Furbank bursting through, but Halifax on the charge again. Well, Gary Connolly there just tapped his ankles. John Lyon had temporarily beat him, but Connolly stretched out. But it's Halifax on the charge. Whitfield again, centre field, just inside the Saints 25. Halifax with nothing to lose, and Saints needing the points. Halifax chipped through, but it's going to run dead. The kick too deep. But Halifax moving up from their own 25 right into the Saints 25 there. That scrum half, John Lyon jinking his way through. Nearly got past Gary Connolly, just managed to tap his hanks and bringing him down. Saints withstand the pressure. Still trailing 4 points to 0. Big John Harrison now taking up the running. Paul Groves as ever at dummy half. Fieldhouse on the blind side run. Paul Jones just coming in there. Just come on a substitute for Tony Burke. Darren Blewer releases it to Mark Bailey. Inside to Gary Connolly. Saints charging upfield now. Quick play the ball needed. Mark Bailey there. That's dummy half. Out to Neil Holding. Roy Haggerty, bobbing and weaving, powering his way towards the Halifax line. 15 yards short. Shane Cooper at dummy half. Neil Holding again. Goes to kick, and then it's off the Halifax man. It's all on. But Halifax come up in possession. The ball looks as though it's bobbing about there. Paul Groves in there to see if he could release it from the Halifax man's hands. But he holds it safe. Loose forward, Les Holiday. James McCallion at dummy half. Halifax on the charge. Roy Dickinson moving it over to the main stand side here at Thrum Hall. Big Brendan Hill barging through. Solid tackling there. Neil Holding brings him down. Roy Haggerty in to assist. Chip and run. Well, Hunt couldn't gather it. It's back to Halifax. A further 6 tackles. A mistake there from Alan Hunt. The full-back there, Steve Smith. He wanted to take a quick play the ball, but Alan Hunt penalised for still holding on to Smith, not marking him in a correct way. So Halifax win the penalty, and from the kick, fine touch in the Saints 25. Eddie Riddleston on the charge. Finally wrestled to the ground. So it's Halifax in the Saints 25. Seamus McCallion. Roy Dickinson coming through, running from deep. Good front row there for Halifax of Dickinson, McCallion and Hill. Powerful front row pressing on the Saints line. Into passing on to Hill. He's charging for the line. He'll have to take some tackling to hold him out. 3 and 4 Saints tattlers come in and force him back. Must have held him on the line and forced him back into the field of play. McCallion now at dummy half. You'll have to watch this fella. They'll try to go through. There you are, I told you. Diving for the line, inches short. Wily campaigner, but it's Halifax there spreading it quickly. Yes, he's in for a try. Quick play the ball from Halifax, and Richard Furbank finishes off just to the left of the sticks, is it? Peter Bell it is, I beg your pardon. Yes, Peter Bell. Dove over there, just to the left of the sticks. Extending Halifax lead to 8 points to 0 at present. Was Peter Bell that went over. He is wearing 11. I've just been corrected on the team selection. He is wearing number 11. It was given to me in the team selection that he was having number 12 on. So Seamus McCallion breaking away quickly. Halifax throwing it about. 10 points to 0 up with that Steve Smith conversion. But Halifax certainly backing up for each other. Not looking a team that's to be relegated. Eddie Riddleson on the far side. Well, he released the ball, but the Saints coming in number to try and bring the Halifax man down. The ball's come out of the tackle. But Halifax being penalised there for whatever reason. The referee is pointing to his head, obviously, as if one of the Halifax players has gone in butting. But Saints awarded the penalty. Neil Holding. "17 minutes gone, 10 points to nil, Halifax in the lead." Saints could do with an emphatic victory here today to boost the chances. They've not had good form of late. Had a cracking game at Nosey Road against Warrington a couple of weeks ago, and a good, well, last Sunday it was, and against Wigan at Central Park midweek. Saints spreading the ball about field now. Onto Groves, lofted ball to David Tanner. Lofted in the air, and Scott Wilson moving in very quickly. Neil Holding attacked at half-back. Going away on his own, Shane Cooper, Saints captain, looking for the gap. Not many gaps in this Halifax armour this afternoon. Bluer, Holding. Tactical grubber kick for touch. Well, I don't know whether that's gone touching goal. Yes, it looks as though it's gone touching goal, so Halifax to start with a 25-yard tap. It looked good and then just curled in. Seamus McCallion, the centre of the 25, ready to restart. Big John Harrison and Paul Jones bring Les Holiday down. Was the scrum half there, working his way through. John Lyon, certainly live wire scrum half. McCallion, Halifax moving it to the left. Tony Anderson flicks it inside, Whitfield there, and it's scrum half Lyon again. On to Roy Dickinson, and Halifax splitting the Saints on the far side there. Eddie Riddlesden, can he take it? Forced into touching goal, I think it is, but Halifax spreading it very quickly there. A full 50-yard movement upfield, nearly finishing off in a try for Eddie Riddlesden in the corner. Solid Saints tackling at the end after some a shabby tackle in centre field. Paul Groves to restart. Halifax moving very quickly, but it's Paul Jones. David Tanner from acting halfback. One-man rugby from the Saints, whereas Halifax there swinging it about. We know Saints can play better. The ball back to Neil Holding for the kick downfield. Finds touch just inside the Halifax 25. All the Halifax moved up, and Neil Holding there, he did well. Across field, the grubber kick and finds touch. Midway between the Halifax try line and their own 25. Lyon to feed. Ball comes out of the side, but play allowed to go on by referee Haig. Phil Vevers is on the substitutes bench today. He's suffered a groin strain in training, and certainly Vevers coming to the fore in his new position of centre. The Halifax man gets the ball away, and it's on to Eddie Riddlesden. John Harrison there brings him down, but well, tackles him, but he releases it to Seamus McCallion. I don't know whether that's the signal for the sixth tackle. He's doing enough waving his arms, this referee Haig. No, it mustn't have been. It's Roy Dickinson powering his way upfield. Must have been wiping the slate clean. Seamus McCallion on to Les Holiday. Short ball there to number 11. It's Peter Bell. Alan Hunt takes it safely, rounds Eddie Riddlesden, comes in field, but that's 3 Halifax men he's beat, but he can't get past that Jubal tackle there. Good touch from this lad Hunt. He's going down under the Barlow tour with Gary Connolly. Saints full-back, both signed on amateur forms. Connolly a local lad, and Alan Hunt came from the Wakefield club. Big John Harrison straightening it up, looking for the support. Trying to release his arms. Once he'd got him released, the support had passed him by. But he's 10 yards outside his own 25. And Shane Cooper, Neil Holding. Short ball to Roy Haggerty. Saints moving it right. Cooper changing direction onto Fieldhouse. Out to Les Quirk. Down this touchline. Going in field, Les Quirk. Shane Cooper on his outside. Quirk's goal. I thought Quirk had tried to release it to Cooper. It looked as though he did try to release it, but the Halifax centre. Robert Hutchinson coming in there very quickly, and Quirk losing the ball and going into touch. So scrum down to be formed. 10 yards from the Halifax line and 10 yards in from this touch line. Lyon to feed, looked like feeding, yes, a judge throw by referee Haig, so Saints with a differential penalty. Shane Cooper, probably tap it, Saints to line out on Cooper's right. He taps it quickly onto Neil Holding, across field, Mark Bailey, sidesteps in field, driving for the line, 10 yards short. First chance for Saints to get points on the board. Gary Connolly at dummy half, Neil Holding. Connolly on the dummy run inside, but Fieldhouse now in possession. Still 10 yards short. Good Halifax defence. Groves at dummy half. Bringing it left. Along the line, Cooper. Still going, Cooper, but a loose ball. Halifax back in possession. John Lyon it is coming up with it. Inside ball to the centre it is. No, it's the wingman, Scott Wilson. Well, from Saints being on the attack, a loose ball and Halifax sweep upfield. Good play from Halifax. Whitfield again, inside ball to Anderson, Tony Anderson. McCallion at dummy half. From being pegged on their own line, and Halifax are just short of the Saints 25. Big Brendan Hill pushes one man off there, onto Eddie Riddlesden. Is he in? Yes! In at the corner. Tremendous move upfield from Halifax. A full length of the field job, and Eddie Riddlesden finishes off in the corner there. Extending Halifax lead to 14 points to 0. Certainly do Saints' confidence no good this afternoon, with only a Premiership game next Sunday before the trip to the Twin Towers against Wigan on April the 29th. Halifax playing some tremendous rugby, throwing it about. Obviously showing the Saints how it should be done this afternoon. Difficult conversion attempt for fullback Steve Smith. Well, the referee Haig, it looks as though he's going over to Saints physio Tim Deakin. Treating the, well, he's just showing them the hand of friendship and sending him to the dugout. Obviously, he's in the opinion that messages are being sent on as if Alex Murphy would do anything like that. So, Saints physio there, Tim Deakin, being ushered off. Just giving the Saints a quick wash and a brush up behind the line, with Eddie Riddlesden going over for the try. The clock is restarted. As I said, just outside the 25, and only a yard or so, if that, infield. Difficult conversion attempt for Steve Smith. Already successful with one this afternoon. That's Halifax's third try. Whitfield, Bell and Riddlesden there. So there he comes in. No, just across the front of the post. So 14 points to 0 the score, and 24 minutes of the first half gone. But it must be said on Wednesday that at Central Park, Saints were heavily penalised by referee Whitfield to the tune of about 12 to 6. But Saints had all the ball in the first half, 7 scrums to Wigan's 0. But it was a feed that went against a scrum that went against the feed that saw the try of Ellery Hanley, which finally put paid to Saints' chances. But it's Halifax again, centre field, Roy Dickinson. Powerful ex-Leeds forward. Brendan Hill breaks the first line. Haggerty quickly in there, but he takes some pulling down this hill. Short, stocky forward. Tony Anderson. Lyon. But it bounces off Paul Jones. Shane Cooper tidies up. The ball now with Gary Conley. Brought down by Robert Hutchinson. Halifax with the tails up, 14 points to 0 in the lead. John Fieldhouse releases the ball to Darren Bluer. And he's into space. Just losing his footing as he approached the fullback, Steve Smith. Neil Holding now. John Harrison still powering his way forward. Well, sounded a bit naughty in the tackle there, but referee Haig right on the job. Neil Holding at dummy half. Saints approaching the Halifax 25-yard line. Paul Jones. Saints just taking it across the line. No way through for him. They've got to break this Halifax cover to get points on the board. Roy Haggerty. Sixth and final tackle. Hasn't been a changeover so far. Paul Groves out to Shane Cooper. Lofty ball there to Alan Hunt. Into space. Can Hunt squeeze it at the corner? Yes. Saints register the first points on the 6th tackle. Shane Cooper, a lofty pass out there to Alan Hunt. He goes in for his 4th try of the season and puts Saints on the scoreboard, and let's hope it's just the start of more points to come for the Saints. So Alan Hunt squeezing his way in at the corner there. Just beating the Halifax defence. It was the 6th tackle for the Saints. They spread it quickly over there to the main stand side here at Thrum Hall. And Alan Hunt, he did the business, went in at the corner, put Saints on the scoreboard, 14 points to 4. Difficult attempt for David Tanner, I think it is, with the goal kicking duty this afternoon. Couple of yards in from the main stand side and just outside the 25-yard line. David Tanner kicked 8 goals this season so far. Paul Loughlin obviously the first choice goal kicker, but Tanner comes in there, takes it to the right of the sticks, and the score still 14 points to 4 and about 10 minutes of this first half to play. Tony Burke going off injured in the 10th minute there. One of Saints' most consistent forwards this season. Powerful prop, Tony Burke. Came from Leeds with in an exchange deal which saw Gary Murphy go to Leeds. But he's had a good attendance this season, Tony Burke. Not missed many matches. But let's hope his injury is not too severe in the run-up to Wembley. Certainly can't afford to be without a forward of Burke's calibre. John Fieldhouse running cross field. Saints unable to penetrate this Halifax defence, but John Harrison stretching out. Quick play the ball wanted. Paul Groves goes on his own. Takes it to the right. Paul Jones, Mark Bailey, his teammate on the right-hand side. Looking to release, solid clamp tackling from Halifax as the sun comes out here at Thrum Hall. I didn't realise the sun come out here at Halifax at all, or in this part of Yorkshire. But Haggerty there, Shane Cooper, the ball onto Haggerty. He put it to ground, just took his eye off it. Brendan Hill coming to complete the tackle. So it's a scrum down just to the right of us, 10 yards into the Saints half. John Lyon to feed. Les Holiday on the blind side. Well, he's in touch there, that wingman, Scott Wilson. Les Quirk did well, just forced him into touch, but a quick break there from the base of the scrum with John Lyon feeding on to Les Holiday. He passed on to Scott Wilson. Halifax bringing it blindside, and it nearly paid dividends then. Scrum down now, just inside the Saints 25. Darren Blewer to feed. Halifax pushing the scrum. Differential penalty to the Saints there, with Halifax being adjudged to have charged into the scrum before referee Haig has told them to pack. John Fieldhouse from Paul Groves. McCallion and Furbank complete the tackle. Harrison flicks it back to Groves. Roy Haggerty off 1 foot, but 3 Halifax settlers, the ball's loose. A knock-on being ruled, I think. Roy Haggerty and Paul Groves trying to set Saints on the way there, but it went to ground. John Lyon and feeds it on, and Halifax on the charge again. They break quickly from the scrum. Hutchinson at dummy half, onto Holiday, back to Hutchinson. Into the Saints 25, 20 yards from the Saints line. McCallion. Certainly putting some good rugby together, the Halifax outfit. Well, the touch judge on here, centre field, just inside the Saints half. All those following the play, I don't know what had happened, but you can guarantee on one thing, I bet it'll be a penalty to Halifax. Just pointing to the correct blade of grass there is the touch judge. No, it looks as though it's Les Holiday being spoken to. No, Brendan Hill's there as well. Well, he's bringing somebody out. Darren Blewer being spoken to. Obviously the eagle-eyed touch judge there, swooping in very quickly. Halifax awarded the penalty, as I predicted just a few seconds ago. They're going to tap it. I should think so too. They've been playing some good open rugby. But it's Roy Dickinson powering his way upfield. Got to get this man's legs. Can't go without the legs, and bang him to the ground. But McCallion breaking quickly. Groves, his counterpart, brings him down. While Fieldhouse and Brendan Hill just have a little difference of opinion there. Good into passing from Halifax. Dickinson and Lyon working the loop movement. Loose ball, can Saints capitalise on it? No, Lyon onto Brendan Hill. Powering his way to the line, lofted ball. Well, looks forward that to Riddlesden. Can he go over? Held up on his back is the signal from referee Haig. Lovely ball from Hill. It just looked a hint forward from our commentary position, but they finished off well. With Eddie Riddlesden being held up over the Saints line. Darren Blewer to feed. Well, powerful Halifax pack. Looks as though they've shoved Saints off the ball there. Lyon comes up with the ball. He's still in possession. So another one against the head there for Halifax. Spreading it quickly. Riddlesden coming in, centre field. Still going, this man. Still stood in the tackle. Shane Cooper at the end there and finally bringing him down. But it's Halifax on the charge. Les Holiday, lofted ball to Dickinson. Oh, super tackle, brings him short, but if he's over, it's a double movement. He is short. Holiday going for the line. Still short, some tremendous, desperate tackling from the Saints. And Saints have come up with the ball. Shane Cooper it is. Big John Harrison now. So relief for the Saints there, the sun comes out. Saints forced to defend dramatically there. Roy Haggerty feeds it inside to Darren Blewer. He knocks on. Handling been not very good for the Saints this afternoon. Roy Haggerty always looking there to release the ball to get the Saints on the way. But Darren Blewer knocked on, and it's an awkward scrum in the Saints 25. Lyon to feed. Halifax spreading it to the left. Tony Anderson now trying to jink his way through. Releases the ball. And it's Anderson that steps up at the dummy half position. Saints forced to defend again. Brendan Hill powering his way forward. He's over the line if he can touch it down. Saints just managed to force him back. Well, the Halifax contingent thought McCallion had scored there. It's Hill coming round the back. He's held up again. Some tremendous tackling from the Saints there, but we shouldn't be in this position. Obviously losing some awkward balls. Riddlesden, touching goal. Les Holliday with a chip kick through there. Obviously a planned move from Halifax, and certainly the rugby they're turning out this afternoon. It makes you wonder how they've come to get the big drop. 4 minutes of this first half remaining. 14 points to 4 the score. In Halifax favour. Fieldhouse loses the ball. Halifax capitalise on it. Well, another mistake from the Saints there. Certainly do the confidence no good. They certainly receive the lashing of Murphy's tongue at the half-time interval. But it's Halifax back in possession and on the charge. Roy Dickinson, that was forward there to Peter Lyon, to John Lyon. Definitely a forward pass from Dickinson. It's allowed to go, and Halifax is still powering the way towards the Saints line. Brendan Hill just brought down inches short. McCallion at dummy half. Saints move up very quickly. I don't know whether it's Les Holliday in possession. But the ball must have been lost over there on the far side. A scrum down being ruled. A knock-on must have occurred in that movement over on the far side. It's Darren Bluer. Similar position just a few minutes ago. Saints being forced off the ball. Well, Halifax charging in. Powerful front row, at least in the Halifax outfit. Charging into the pack there. The scrum collapses. And referee Haig ordering the scrum to be reformed. Bluer feeds. I do believe Saints have come up with the ball. But allegedly thrown into touch by the Halifax player. Sometimes they allow it and other times they don't. I mean, he must have been tackled and then thrown into touch. But Saints have been awarded the penalty. Play's resumed, 10 yards short of the halfway line. John Harrison now bringing it blindside. Solid tackling, but can Saints get a try and a goal on the board before the half-time hooter? Roy Haggerty straightening it up. There they are, releases the ball onto John Fieldhouse. Flicks it up, intercepted there. Well, Tony Anderson on the left. Gary Connolly, can he break it? Well, Hunt brings him down, but he's over the line. And Tony Anderson there extends Halifax lead by another 4 points. Quick break from the Saints over here. John Fieldhouse tried to keep things going. Flicked it up and Hutchinson, I think it was, intercepted it. He turned it in field and Tony Anderson supporting him on his left. And Gary Connolly, well, I don't know if it was Gary Connolly that got back to him, but Alan Hunt on the far side did get to him, but tackled him, but his impetus took him over about 10-15 yards to the left-hand post. And Halifax extend the lead to 18 points to 4, and that's right on the half-time hooter. One pass too many from the Saints. They've been losing a tremendous amount of ball. Instead of taking the tackle, they've been trying to keep things going. Halifax have been capitalising on it. They've been playing some excellent rugby. And they've extended the lead there now to 18-4. Steve Smith, probably a simple conversion for him. Well, it looks as though he's hanging there in the breeze. No go for it. Didn't even make the distance. Doesn't seem too breezy up here from where I am, but I'm at the back of this video stand. But obviously the breeze is quite stiff out there. But 18 points to 4 the score. And Halifax there just scoring before the half-time interval. Neil Holding to kick off. Saying Indian goal area. Brought down, there's the half-time hooter. Play stopped in the Halifax 25. So great boost for Halifax this afternoon. They opened the scoring. Beg your pardon. They opened the scoring in the 9th minute with a Whitfield try. It was unconverted. Then in the 15th minute, the bell went in for a try just to the left of the sticks. Smith converted it, and Halifax are on the way, 10 points to 0. Then tried in the 23rd minute and just in the 39th minute from Riddlesden and Anderson. Just with a Hunt, the Saints only points, a Hunt try in the 28th minute. So half-time here at Thrum Hall, 18 points to 4, the score in Halifax favour. Championship clash here at Thrum Hall, with the Saints trailing pitifully by 18 points to 4. Halifax scoring an Anderson try just before the half-time hooter. A loose ball from the Saints, capitalised on by Halifax, and Anderson finished off. Just the one substitution in the first half, with Tony Burke having to go off to be replaced by Paul Jones. No substitutions for Halifax in the first half, and as far as I can see, none at half-time. As we say, I wouldn't like to have been in that dressing room. I bet the air was red hot in the Saints dressing room at half-time. Neil Holding kicks off. Alan Hunt moves in very quickly. But it's Halifax. Eddie Riddlesden. McCallion at acting halfback, bringing it blindside onto Brendan Hill. Being forced into touch, or near to the touch line I should say. McCallion again, taking it to Furbank. The ball back for the kick upfield. Steve Smith, I think it is it that boots it upfield. Gary Connolly takes it. Heads towards his own 25 and brought down just short. Groves. Les Quirk coming in field, looking for a little bit of action. Early score essential for the Saints in the second half. Groves, Cooper, lofted ball to Neil Holding. Into space now, Holding on the charge, inside ball to Fieldhouse. Well, Fieldhouse, he just can't get it right today, but Holding's got the ball back. Paul Jones. Well, Saints very lucky there getting the ball back after John Fieldhouse had lost it. He's just not putting it together this afternoon, is John Fieldhouse. Roy Haggerty now looking to create havoc in this Halifax defence. Solid tackling there on the halfway line. Well, referee blows the whistle. What? Brendan Hill being ushered away and then being brought back by referee Haig. Saints are awarded the penalty. Shane Cooper takes a quick tap. Moves upfield, but Saints are not up to Cooper. The ball onto Bailey. Coming inside, Bailey on the charge. Well, being held down in the tackle. The score, the decision, Groves takes a quick tap, powers his way into the 25, but, well, he must have been offside. Whitfield there. He was stood well in front of the Halifax players. The ball came out off a Halifax hand, but players allowed to go on. Brendan Hill and Halifax in possession, but Saints squandering possession yet again. McCallion bringing it blindside. Out to Eddie Riddlesden. Well, the ball touching the Saints' hands there. Halifax on the charge again. Scrum half, Lyon weaving his way through. For Halifax, creating all the space. Les Holiday, inside ball to McCallion. Short ball to the full-back. Steve Smith. I think that's sixth and final tackle signified by referee Haig. McCallion with an up and under. Right by the sticks. Is it too deep? Yes, it's gone directly dead. So Saints to start with a 25-yard tap for Paul Groves there. Well, Halifax, they've been penalised for offside, with Groves making inroads into the Halifax, or up to the halfway line. So Holding finds touch, 10 yards inside the Halifax half. Just 4 minutes of the second half gone, and Saints already with 3 penalties to their credit. Roy Haggerty into space. Haggerty there, going on his own. Dummies inside onto Fieldhouse. Paul Jones on his left, Stickle. Oh, Fieldhouse, he's lost it again. Well, he's having a stinker, is John Fieldhouse today. He just can't get anything right. Should have just gone down in the tackle with that ball. Saints in the Halifax 25. Some rare excursions into the Halifax 25, and the ball being lost. Halifax in possession. Fieldhouse in there at the tackle with David Tanner. Scrum half John Lyon tried to work his way through. McCallion looming on his right, but Lyon couldn't release the ball. I think Groves has come up with the ball, but he's been penalised for his efforts. So Halifax awarded their first penalty of this second half. So last week here at Thrum Hall, Halifax entertained Wakefield. They was leading 20 points to 4 at half time, and they went down in the end by 22 points to 20. So there's still hope for us yet, isn't there? Brendan Hill powering his way upfield into the Saints 25. Dickinson turns in the tackle, looking to release. Haggerty there clamps him, but he's still wriggling and roaming. The ball's lost. Halifax must have been claiming for a knock-on, but the ball had gone back. Gary Connolly came up with it. Big John Harrison there. And Halifax moving up very quickly, not giving the Saints any room at all to try and break the defence, obviously. Paul Jones ducks under the first line of defence. Shane Cooper, Darren Blewer, looking for the gap, no way through for him, solid tackling this time. Shane Cooper from acting half-back, breaks through, looking for support. Paul Groves is there with him. Coming cross-field is Groves. Short ball to Mark Bailey. Riddlesden there, but Bailey was in field. Good play from Mark Bailey there. Gave the dummy to Alan Hunt and going inside, but Halifax penalised again for holding down. It's Richard Furbank. So Saints awarded another penalty. Referee Haig there looked as though he was praying, didn't he? But Paul Groves to restart. Big John Harrison. Furbank in one of the tacklers there. Dickinson the other, and Harrison plays the ball. Groves at dummy half. Fieldhouse. Sarcastic cheers from the Saints contingent as Fieldhouse goes down in the tackle. Holding and Blewer. Paul Jones centre field. Saints there looking as though they're putting a bit of rugby together. Mark Bailey. Brought down on the Halifax 25. David Tanner, I think he wants a quick play of the ball. Feeds the ball inside. Shane Cooper again, but it's just along the line. There's nobody breaking the Halifax cover. You've got to make a hole in this Halifax defence. It sticks and final tackle. Shane Cooper onto Alan Hunt. Tries to round Riddlesden. Forced into touch when it's going to be the changeover. Riddlesden makes no mistake. He forces Hunt into the hoardings. I think that's the first time we've had a changeover in this afternoon's match. Brendan Hill powering his way upfield. Eight minutes of the second half gone, no further scoring, 18 points still to score in Halifax favour. McCallion at dummy half for Halifax. Scrum half John Lyon, Halifax temporarily coached by Alan Hardisty, ex-Leeds half-back. They parted company with Ross Strudwick midway through the season, and he's supposed to be taking over at Fulham next season. Saints being penalised there, Darren Blewer being penalised for holding the Halifax player before he actually was in possession of the ball. Well, obviously it depends on the results today, the other results. Who Saints play in the Premiership playoffs next Sunday. It's going to be either Widnes, Wigan or Leeds, but all depends who wins what. Brendan Hill. Halifax again in the Saints 25. McCallion attacked in half at the ball's lost her, but play allowed to go on. Dickinson. Well, a knock-on being ruled. Halifax man coming through and claiming he was obstructed. But a knock-on being ruled, so it's going to be a scrum 10 yards from the Saints line. Darren Blewer to feed. Blewer comes up with it. Lyon quickly round there. Cooper at dummy half. Out to Neil Holding. Out to Mark Bailey. Eddie Riddlesden quickly in there and dumps Bailey to the ground. Shane Cooper up to Riddlesden's in again. He's certainly got the bit between his teeth here. Two fine tackles in quick succession, and he's in again. Roy Haggerty. Lovely short ball there, but Halifax defence holds firm. Blindside, Roy Haggerty, grubbers for touch. Just finds touch short of the halfway line. Roy Haggerty grubbing for touch, but a differential penalty. Saints diving into the scrum, and Halifax receiving the penalty. Fullback Steve Smith with the added yardage, 10 yards from the Saints 25. McCallion attacked in halfback. Brendan Hill coming in on the charge, that's the difference. These Halifax forwards are running onto the ball, whereas the Saints seem to be taking it stood still. Brendan Hill still moving upfield, added yardage. Les Holiday, inside ball there to Dickinson. Just brought down inches short. That's it again, Dickinson on the burst, but it's Halifax again, spreading it quickly. Loose ball, Les Quirk's down on it, is it? No, it's still loose. But the original knock-on from Halifax, I would imagine, being adjudged. Darren Blewer in possession. So Saints forced to defend again. Halifax pushing the scrum. Certainly a big pack here, this Halifax outfit. Well, they're turning it and Blewer feeds, the ball's loose. Offside, Halifax are penalised for offside. It's Les Holiday breaking too quickly from the scrum. There's the referee's interpretation of that, so a little bit of respite for the Saints. Lofted kick, but it does find touch just outside their own 25, and John Harrison now. Neil Holding looking to break the Halifax defence. No way through for him this time. Solid tackling. Peter Bell won't get off. John Fieldhouse turns in the tackle, looking to release, but he's not been having the best of luck this afternoon. Cooper, lovely floated ball to Roy Haggerty. Out to Blewer, but Les Quirk's finally come up with it. Quirk into space, hurrying down that main stand touchline. Strong lad, this Quirk. 25-30 yard burster from this Cumbrian winger. Shane Cooper, lofted ball to Neil Holding. Quick back pass, John Harrison bends down, gathers it safely. John Fieldhouse, out to Jones. Quick hands is the essential here. David Tanner Shows the dummy, gives the ball as so he's going to feed inside to Mark Bailey, but he has to take the tackle. Gary Connolly attacked in half-back. Mark Bailey along the line now, Darren Bluer. Somebody will have to straighten up. Neil Holding. Looking for the gap, there's Holding, tries to get through. He's still going, he's Neil Holding. Out to Les Quirk, can he go in at the corner? Yes, Quirk's in. Saints leading try scorer Les Quirk, he goes in at the corner for his 24th of the season. About time the Saints put it together. Taken down here on the right-hand corner, they spread it across the line. Neil Holding doing a lot of the spade work there. Looked as though he was tackled, but he lofted it out to Les Quirk. He still had it to do, and he went in the corner there. Now that all started from Les Quirk as well, and he ended up finishing it off. So Saints with another try after 14 minutes of the second half, and that makes the score 18 points to 8. Difficult conversion attempt for David Tanner on the far side. Well, it's not David Tanner that's second, it's Neil Holding on the far side. Just about 2 or 3 yards in from the touchline and just slightly inside the 25-yard line. 18 points to 8 the score, 15 minutes gone. Just composing himself. Can he be successful? It doesn't look too bad. No, it's waved away by the touch judges. So the score still 18 points to 8. As I said before, Paul Farber out with a bruised shoulder, Bernard Dwyer with an ankle injury, Stuart Evans coming through after a knee operation. He played in the A team yesterday, which Saints beat Whitehaven 50 points to 22, I think the score was. But just one more match before Wembley, the first round of Premiership trophy, which will be away for the Saints, with them finishing, they can't finish any higher than 6th. Alan Hunt gathers it safely into the Halifax defence. McCallion there, the final tackler, wrestles into the ground with Roy Dickinson. Paul Jones, crossfield run. John Fieldhouse now breaks the first line of defence, but he's wrestled to the ground 10 yards outside his own 25. And Halifax, they've certainly put it together in this first half, 18 points to 4 up. Mark Bailey, Eddie Riddlesden brings him down. Paul Groves, Saints taking it across the face of the, across the line, I should say. Paul Groves right on the halfway spot. 6th and final tackle for the Saints. Neil Holding, grubbers for touch. It's not going to run. Eddie Riddlesden's going to come in and cut it off. Shane Cooper comes in, brings him down. Solid tackle from Cooper. Colin Whitfield at dummy half. Well, they're going for the drop, Halifax, but they certainly don't look a team that are going to be relegated. Spreading it quickly and playing some good entertaining rugby. They were league champions in 1986. They beat Saints at Wembley in 87. There was runners-up against Wigan at Wembley in 88, but relegated for the drop there. The ball coming back and being kicked upfield, grubbered into touch, and touch found just short of the Saints 25. So it's a scrum down, it's Darren Bluer to feed. The ball going against the head, coming out the back of the scrum, Holiday up to Riddlesden. So another one against the head there for Halifax. They've certainly been pushing the Saints off the ball in this scrum, and Riddlesden certainly powering his way forward. A strong fella, this lad. Les Holiday attacked in half-back. Dickinson coming through from deep. That's the difference. The Halifax forwards are running onto the ball. The Saints seem to be taking it slowly, but Brendan Hill, yes, flicks it up there. McCallion finishes off. That's the difference. The forwards there, as I said, Halifax bursting through. Brendan Hill, and there's a good ball playing forward. He flicked it up to McCallion in support on his right, and Halifax extend the lead. So it's Les Holiday going to take this conversion. Straight in front of the sticks, no messing, and Halifax there, 24 points to 8 in the lead. Minutes of the second half gone, 24 points to 8 to score. In the other league match, the home match for the Saints at Nosey Road, on the 18th of December it was, Halifax were comprehensively thrashed 50 points to 16, with Halifax points, tries from McCallion, Staines and Whitfield, with 2 Whitfield goals. But they're certainly doing the business this afternoon, halfway through the second half, and in a commanding lead, a 16-point cushion for Halifax. Holiday. The ball back to Holiday. So I should imagine the tackle count will be waved clean. Brendan Hill onto Riddlesden. Bluer in for the tackle, yes, and he's into touch. Good tackle from Bluer, right round the waist, slid round the legs. But it's that man Brendan Hill again, causing havoc in the Saints' defence. Bursting through, and a lovely one-handed pass on to Eddie Riddlesden. He's a strong wingman, this Riddlesden. Doesn't look all that big, he's down there, but he's certainly strong. I like the haircut anyway, there's no danger about that. Got the scrum down to be reformed. Darren Bluer to feed, one against the head again. But Saints are awarded the penalty. Brendan Hill just having a little word in Paul Grove's ear. But Saints awarded the penalty. Neil Holding just missed us with that kick to touch. Just short of the halfway line. Groves onto Harrison. Bringing it blindside. The ball's lost. Halifax in possession again. Certainly Saints have squandered a lot of ball. Lost a lot of possession in crucial positions. But it's Halifax on the charge. Richard Furbank. McCallion wants a quick play of the ball. Pushes Fieldhouse off there. Lyon crossfield pass. Lyon again. On to Anderson. Crossfield grubber for touch. Will it find touch? No, it's curled infield and gone dead. So a 25-yard tap. Restart is the order of the day. Saints looking forward, as I said again, to Wembley to be strengthened by the return of Michael O'Connor and Paul Barton. As Alec Murphy says, Wembley Place is still to be played for. Nobody's certain, but Neil Holding there, powering his way upfield. Bluer at dummy half. Takes it blindside. Roy Haggerty flicks it back inside. Paul Groves again. Gives the dummy. But Halifax bring him down. 10 yards short of their own 25. Cooper and Bluer with the loop movement onto Holding. Out to Paul Jones. Breaks the Halifax defence. Overlap on the right. Jones is going infield. Still going forward. Good play from this A-team forward. Ball flicked up to John Fieldhouse. Feeds it back. Mark Bailey. Flicks it back again. Shane Cooper. Looking for a reverse pass. He does well to hold that for Shane Cooper. Sixth and final tackle now. Saints going to run it. They'll have to take it across to the left. Darren Bluer. Crossfield up and under, but right to a Halifax pair of hands. Was on the sixth and final tackle. The ball could have done with being lofted a bit higher. Saints must have come up with the ball there, but they're penalised for the trouble. So Halifax lost the ball to touch for the extra added yardage. 10 yards outside their own 25, and it's that man Brendan Hill again, powering his way into the Saints' defence. 24 points to 8 the score. Just about 17 minutes of the game remaining. McCallion at dummy half, bringing it to his left. Holiday, short ball there. On to Peter Bell. Already a try scorer in this first half. Lyon, Henderson, quick hands. Hunt comes up with the ball. The odd lapse of loose play from Halifax there, but Alan Hunt says thank you very much. Cooper, Darren Blewer, giving the dummy, but he has to take the tackle. Neil Holding, lofted ball to Mark Bailey. Well, he throws it inside, the ball still loose, and Saints lose the ball again. Eddie Riddleson, centre field, cross field run. Roy Haggerty looking to wrench the ball from his hands. John Fieldhouse completes the tackle. James McCallion on to Peter Bell. Halifax moving up, brought down midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. John Lyon at dummy half. Roy Dickinson looking for an overhead pass, but the ball's loose. Halifax tidy it up. Tony Anderson onto the centre there. Hutchinson. Well, Hutchinson is in under the sticks for a superb try. Push the Saints defence off with ease. Tremendous rugby here at Thrumhall. That's if you're a Halifax spectator, that is. And Halifax extend the lead. Just a formality right between the sticks here. Holiday again it'll be. Les Holiday there, one of the Holiday brothers that played for Swinton for quite a few years. Just before last year's cup deadline, I think they both got transferred. But he makes no mistake with that, he bangs it right between the sticks, and the score now 30 points to 8 for Halifax. I remember a few years ago when Alex Murphy, the last time Alex Murphy was in charge of Lee, they'd been relegated to the second division. I think Saints were playing him at the last match of the season for the Saints, and certainly Lee gave us a good stuffing that day. So it shows you just because they're going down, it doesn't mean to say that they can't produce the goods. Saints on equal points with Featherstone in the Stones Bitter League on 25 points. They're entertain Warrington today, so Warrington could do us a favour. I think Saints have just a slightly better points advantage, but it's Brendan Hill breaking through again. Tremendous forward Hill. 30-40 yard run there from this man. This is why Alex Murphy wanted him in his side. He is a good forward, there's no danger about that, always there to be respected. But he didn't want to come to Nosey Road, whether the personal terms wasn't right or whatever. And he's here at Halifax, and he's certainly giving Saints a lesson in good open forward play today. Just short of the Saints 25. Sixth and final tattle, I think that is signified by referee Haig. Drop goal attempt for Holiday, hovering in the breeze. Gary Conley lets it go. 25-yard tap restart. Paul Groves, Roy Haggerty first man, building up ahead of steam. Powers his way midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. 12 minutes of normal time remaining. Groves out to John Harrison. Burst through, Harrison into the clear. Solid Halifax tackling, bring him down this time. Cooper. Paul Jones. Mark Bailey attacked in half-back and Saints moving it left. Cooper, change of direction. Out to Gary Conley, linking up here. Tries to kick it through, but it goes directly into touch. But a scrum down will be formed 10 yards outside the Halifax 25. Temper's getting a little frayed there as Shane Cooper goes in. Gary Conley allegedly being pushed into the hoardings, I think. Cooper's protesting, but referee Haig's not having anything. He's not impressed at all, so there's just a scrum down to be formed. Halifax feed. Halifax making a substitution with Simon Longstaff, I think it is, coming on for Tony Anderson. The ball coming out at the back of the Saints scrum there, but the scrum has to be reformed. John Lyon to feed for Halifax. And Halifax come up with the ball. Eddie Riddlesden coming in field. Crossfield run from him. Just beats David Tanner, but Cooper's come up with the ball. Still loose. Halifax back with it, so a further 6 tackles. McCallion onto Holiday. Halifax spreading it over to the right. 10 minutes of time remaining. 30 points to 8 the score in Halifax favour. Inside ball to Lyon. Halifax still spreading it out. Dickinson taking it over there to the far side. Taking quite a few against the head this afternoon. The scrum being turned, and the scrum's going to have to be reformed. Referee Haig not happy with it. So both packs get down. Halifax come up with the ball. Much to the displeasure of the partisan Halifax crowd on the far side. Halifax are penalised. Foot up in the scrum is the signal from referee Haig. Shane Cooper with a tap restart to John Fieldhouse on the Saints 25. Fieldhouse released it to Neil Holding. He knocks on. Les Holiday comes in for the tackle, but there again Saints squandering play. Squandering possession. So Halifax quickly breaks for the Saints line. Ramshaw, forward substitution, just come on. Onto Brendan Hill, powering his way for the line. Saints will have to hold him up. Well, the try's awarded. Certainly looks as though the Saints' bodies were underneath him, but the try's awarded to Brendan Hill. It's no more than he deserves. He's been a constant thorn in the Saints' flesh this afternoon. With his prodding runs, he's certainly set up a few attacks for Halifax, and he finishes off there in fine style with a try. Just when Saints could have done with an emphatic win, they're certainly at the wrong end of the drubbing this afternoon. 30 points to 8, the score 34 points to 8, beg your pardon, the score at present. And Les Holiday with his attempted conversion. Halifax man of the match just being announced, and guess who? Brendan Hill. The goal kick unsuccessful, so 34 points to 8, still the scoreline. Saints kick off, Halifax gather. Just brought down outside their own 25. Jason Ramshaw it is, the substitute forward. McCallion onto Lyon. Crossfield Grubber in deep into the Saints half, yes. Finds touch in the Saints 25. A fine crossfield kick from John Lyon. Save a lot of running from the forwards, but the Halifax forwards are certainly too much for the Saints this afternoon. That man Brendan Hill is certainly punched holes in the Saints defence. Bluer feeds. Halifax win the ball against the head yet again. Back in an attacking position in the Saints, well, just outside the Saints 25, Ramshaw. Good ball there. Ramshaw back again. Oh, outside to Hutchinson. Well, he releases it inside. The ball's going to go dead. Well, it's kicked dead by a Saints boot there. But Halifax again throwing it about. Just 5 minutes of time remaining. 34 points to 8 to score. Neil Olin drops out from between his own sticks. Brendan Hill up there. Well, he's not got the ball. I thought he was going to get the ball from Roy Dickinson, I think it is. There he is. Hill takes up the running. Diagonal block-busting run from this pac-man. McCallion again, on to Holiday. Short ball to Ramshaw, yes. In under the sticks, well, just to the left. Charging in. As I said, that's the difference. That's been the difference this afternoon. The Halifax forwards have looked hungry. They're running onto the ball where the Saints have been taking it stood still. So 36 minutes gone of the second half. Halifax extend the lead. 38 points now to 8. Just a formality for Les Holiday, surely. Just to the left of the sticks. So Holiday now on the 10-yard line, just to the left of the posts. Slots his third goal of the afternoon over. After converting McCallion and Hutchinson tries, he converts the Ramshaw try, and 40 points to 8 to score. Three minutes of time remaining, and I can tell you the full-time router can't come quickly enough. Being trounced today by 40 points to 8. Brendan Hill takes the ball. John Harrison and Mark Bailey come in. Paul Jones lending an extra pound, but he still stood up in the tackle. Hill is showing the ball, teasing the Saints defence. Not being able to put it together again. Not very good preparation for a Wembley build-up. Les Holiday. Well, looks though it's just like basketball, throwing it out everywhere. Whitfield, short ball out. Halifax still in possession. Saints tacklers comes in to bring him down. Neil Olding and Darren Bluer. But Holiday, crossfield Grubber. But it's going to run dead. Too deep. So Saints to restart with a 25-yard tap. Just 8 points for the Saints, one try in each half. The 28th minute of the first half for Hunt, and then in the 14th minute of the second half for Les Quirk. Saints did open the scoring in the second half with that try, but then Halifax hit him back with 4 tries, 3 of them converted. After an 18 points to 4 interval score. Alan Hunt, a rare touch on the far side. Roy Haggerty trying to penetrate this Halifax defence. haven't been successful so far. He's lost the ball in trying to do so. Saints have lost a tremendous amount of ball this afternoon. Brendan Hill on the blind side, pushing the Saints defence off at will, swatting them off like flies. So not much to crow about this afternoon. Good reverse pass to Ramshaw. Ball back to Holiday. And the ball's still loose, but Sir Paul Jones scoops it up. Scott Wilson in at the tackle with Hutchinson. Field out from acting half-back, going on his own, no way through for him. Tremendous display from Halifax this afternoon. John Harrison. Just about half a minute of time remaining, if that. On my watch anyway. Roy Haggerty into space, off one foot. Still going, reverse pass to Shane Cooper. But Saints, they don't seem interested now, they're just poodling about. Well there, Mark Bailey puts it to ground. Well, there's the final hooter. An emphatic win for Halifax here in the final game of the season at Thrum Hall for them. A tremendous beating for the Saints, 40 points to 8. Must be a good while since Halifax have put 40 points on the Saints. But it was 18-4 at half-time. Then, as I said just a few minutes ago, Quirk opened the scoring with a try, and that made it 18-8. Then tries in the 18th, 26th, 33rd and 36th minute for Halifax. That's McCallion, Hutchinson, Hill, who was the man of the match, and Ramshaw, the substitute forward. 3 of them converted by Holiday. The final score, 40 points to 8. So, as I said, it all depends on the other results, who the Saints play in the first round of the Premiership next week. It's definitely going to be away, we can tell you that. If Featherstone win today, Saints could still finish in 6th position. But certainly back to the drawing board, and things will have to improve on that. A diabolical display from the Saints today. Halifax receiving the plaudits of the crowd. Plenty on the ground there. You think they'd won the cup, wouldn't you? But a tremendous win for them here, beating the cup finalists and Helens here at Thrum Hall. So on behalf of your Saints video team, Peter Tushingham photography, Brian Pears on camera, and myself, Ron Hoof on vocal, I bid you farewell from Thrum Hall, and we'll see if you can join us next week for the first round of the Premiership Trophy.